This is the same area we took with the infrared camera, and you can see there's no signs of any cold. Looks perfectly normal. You wouldn't believe all the heat that's being lost. It's a really cold morning. I think 12 degrees. I thought it would be a good time to do an energy audit. So I'm using an infrared flir type camera. So the dark areas are cold, and the light yellow is warmer. So you can see, for example, that my curtains are 66 degrees. And these are shears, by the way, so you can see that actually the shears do help somewhat. This is the Venetian blinds, 62. And if I go down to the bottom, the real cold area. So this is like the, where the windows don't seal properly. 50 degrees, down to the floor. So that's more heat loss is going. As you can see over here, my fireplace is not on, but the pilot light is actually generating heat. 78 degrees, so definitely wouldn't want to leave the pilot light on in warm weather. This is my Comcast router down here. 85 degrees. Not a problem for the wintertime, but in the summer, I guess you can appreciate the extra heat coming off these things. My TV. Here, this window, you can see, again, towards the top, the heat rises. Now here, you can actually see in my ceiling, of course, right up here at the edge is where the ceiling comes down and meets the wall at really sharp angles, so they can't get insulation down that far. Up here, further, the insulation is okay. You can actually see the studs through the ceiling. See them there? The studs are actually passing heat. That's why they're showing up in a darker color. Very interesting. The areas between the studs are a little bit warmer. As you can see, down here is where one of the outlets is for the furnace. And so the heat comes out of the furnace. It's not running right now, but the heat coming out of the furnace travels up, and actually you can see how it goes up to the ceiling, and it's warming that area right there. Again, here's that ceiling. Now here's my front door. This is pretty bizarre looking. You can see all the cold coming through. All right, this is in my dining room. And again, you can see up at the ceiling where the edge is right there. The cold comes through. You can see the studs in the ceiling. See this hot spot right down here. That's all coming from the vent, the furnace vent. The furnace has been off for a little bit, but you can still see the heat coming from there. Again, here's the windows. As you can see, I have the blinds open in this window, and you can see, because it's so dark blue there, that the temperature is pretty low, 66 degrees, versus the curtains, which are almost 70. Down towards the floor, a lot of cold air coming in through there. Again, this is the way these houses are made. They can't get the insulation close to the edge. The floors are not bad. And you can see the ceiling is around 70 degrees, so you see how heat rises. Unfortunately, 70 degrees at the ceiling does not help the floor, which is 68 degrees, and even colder down towards the edges. Here in the kitchen, you can see the same issues up near the ceiling. Again, here's the edges, and you can see where the studs are actually connected through the walls. The Venetian blinds are open. You can see temperature loss through there, about 63. And of course, if I drop down below the blinds, we're looking at the glass, which is considerably colder. Here's the furnace vent, which is, the furnace is not running, but the vent is still warm. Another kitchen window. It's open, blinds are open, pretty cool. Up above the cabinets, a little cooler. There's the light above the range hood. Little Amazon device. And here's my garage, the door leading to the garage. You can see the coals coming through. Up above the refrigerator, and this is sort of the back of the refrigerator, you can see the heat that's being generated by the refrigerator. And it appears that my refrigerator door seal is not all that great either.